Hi guys, welcome to 3 Years Law, another podcast. Today we have Ojas Chandurkar from New Delhi. He's OMS student and he scored 118 marks out of 150 in MHCET 3 years 2022 examination. So first of all, Ojas, welcome and congratulations for your score.
Thank you, sir.
So how happy you are with your score?
Well, so first of all, I would like to really say that it's the strange discomfiture that I see on this platform, because I have been on the side where I have seen all the toppers, coming on this platform and looking at their achievement. I'm really glad to be here. Sir, definitely, this was one of the secondary options that I seeked for the law or legal field. Definitely, I'm preparing for the armed forces. I appeared for the Combined Defense Services Examination, UPSC, CDS, FCAT. I have cleared them. And through that, sir, I'm here and I'm really glad that I scored well and looking forward to get a good college over here.
Okay, great. So before we jump to the question, little bit brief introduction about yourself, academic, and how this law idea came to the picture. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, my name is Ojas Chandurkar and basically I'm from Mumbai, Maharashtra, even though my university is from New Delhi. Sir, I have done my 10th standard from Mahatma Gandhi Vidya Mandir, Bandra East. Then I did my 10+2 from Sate College, Villeparle, with science stream, PCM branch. Sir, after that I pursued BSc from Indira Gandhi National Open University with my subjects physics, mathematics and geography. Sir, if I talk about how the picture of legal came into place, there are 4 instances that I will really quote here. When I was going through that, definitely there are multiple law cases that are like Amarnath case, Keshananda Bharati case, Indira Sani case, LIC, Berubari case, and all these cases I used to go through on IndianQanun.com. So when I used to go through those judgment, I really found it very interesting to find that a law is something that is actually driving our lives. It's not just which is happening in the court, but it has the implication and the downside of the country. After that, sir, when I was reading our modern history, sir, I found that every single person out there who is considered to be the eminent figure in the history has been associated with law. Whether that is Mahatma Gandhi, whether that is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, whether that is Lokmanya Tilak, and all these big personalities, B.N. Rao, then Constituent Assembly, all these things really fascinated me, sir, to come towards the law, and it generated the interest in me specifically, that how law is genuinely relevant to our lives. That was something was really fascinating to me. After that, sir, my father has done LLB while he was in service, and after that, sir, I had some books of IPCs, CRPCs which I gone through, and this is how the whole process came about, sir. I would not say it was one day decision that I want to get into law, but definitely a huge span of a time in which I thought of this decision.
Okay, great. So since you belong to the science background, but you opted for the law.
Definitely, sir.
Okay. Since you have prepared for the other entrance and the competitive examination, like as you mentioned, CDS and the other examination, so I think GK will not be a big problem for you, because in detail you study GK, especially starting if we talk about.
Right, sir.
Okay. So out of 4 sections of your 3 years law, English, logic, GK, and your legal, which section was your very comfort section? I mean, you were much more confident, and which section was like, okay, this section I cannot touch, or I have to apply more effort to solve these type of the questions?
Sir, reasoning was something that I was comfortable with because I prepared for Air Force Common Admission Test, so I had no much issue about it. And I felt legal aptitude was something I had to, it was not relevant to me actually. I would not say it was tough portion, but it was something new for me. The legal maxims, it would be mens rea, quid pro quo, and all these new words that I was coming across. So definitely this was something I took the help of platform, and I worked it out, sir.
Okay. Ideally, people think, okay, legal aptitude, it is a altogether different section, new section. So how I will cope up? But as you mentioned, like it was new for you, but when you started reading, then it was very scoring and easy. It became easy for you, right?
True, sir. True, sir.
Okay. So anytime you have felt this is what my battery down moment, or I'm getting demotivated, and how to bounce back, such kind of a situation have you came across while you were preparing?
Sir, actually, due to COVID-19, our university was postponing our examinations consistently. Not just me, but all other university students have faced the tremendous trouble due to this. And I am really unfortunate to say this, that university has been really ruthless with the students of 2019 batch. And so due to that, our examinations, actually I appeared for this examination in between my final year exams, sir. Like my exam was in between, and from that, sir, I was managing and somehow doing my preparations.
Both the exams were going simultaneously?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For a complete month, I was preparing for my university examinations as well as this examination. Simultaneously, combined defense services examinations were there. Air Force common admission test. I was it was a horrible situation for me in the month of August, I would say. But sir, somehow things landed in place, maybe because of the previous effort that I made. And that was really low moment for me, because it was completely confusing state of mind, sir, because what exactly to do. And definitely this is something that is going to make my 3 years down the line to be scheduled. While I could not leave on my university examinations, if that is in trouble, then this is nothing for me, sir. So definitely that was some moments I matched up with. But other than that, sir, this was really pleasant experience for me in terms of knowledge.
Okay. So while you were preparing, have you made any kind of a routine timetable, morning, afternoon, evening? This topic I will touch, such kind of routine.
Sir, for specifically, I would say legal aptitude, yes, I was interested in. So, sir, I would say mock test is something that I really focused on majorly in this examination, more than preparing anyhow, because I was already preparing for my combined defense services Air Force common admission test. I had cleared those examinations, so I had good enough confidence about the knowledge part. But mock test was something which is head on. I would recommend all that mock test is something that will get through in this examination. So, sir, I used to appear in one of the two mock tests. There was one of my friends who was also preparing for the same. So we used to discuss it, and that's how I went about it, sir. But if I talk about my specific subjects, so in the morning, I used to try for, GK section, in which I used to just revise my previous notes that I have made. And after that, sir, English was something I would say I would not completely comfortable with, because I was from Marathi Madhyam school till my 10th standard. So many of the students out there who are from vernacular language do face this trouble of English. Even though I would say that there is spoken English is altogether a different ball game, and the English that is coming in the grammar part of competitive examinations is altogether different. And I had to definitely revise it. I have to go through all the vocabulary every single day. I used to collect the knowledge of it, and that's how it went about. But I would not say that any specific thing that I followed for this examination. It went along with my CDS and FCAT examinations in terms of timetable.
Okay. I mentioned you have cleared your CDS exam, right?
Right, sir.
So now you'll be joining over there, right?
Sir, I have my interviews aligned.
Okay, that is pending still.
Yes, sir. It's Services Selection Board interview, and I'm looking forward to it.
When it is?
Sir, it is to be scheduled, but the Air Force Common Admission test is in March next year. So that is scheduled.
So how will be, if you get selected in CDS, then how will be continuing with the law?
Definitely, sir. Then that would be my first love is armed forces. Then there would be a complete goodbye for the legal field. But it would always remain close to my heart.
How much percentage is the chance of getting selected? I mean, although you have cleared the exam, now interview is pending.
Right, sir. So I would say, sir, if there are 6 lakh students who are appearing in the examination, only 6,000 odd do get in written examination, and 100 seats are there in the Indian Military Academy. So you would say that the selection ratio is 3.6% somewhere in the Services Selection Board in particular. Okay. So let's see, sir. I'm really hopeful that something fall in place, and I will work hard for it.
Fine, great. Okay. So let's talk about the mock test. As you mentioned, mock test played very important role. You joined us for the mock program. You written the mock test. What was your opinion? When it's come to the mock test. When you appear,
sir, I feel that
comparison wise also.
So, sir, when I went for the original examination, it was like something I am appearing for a new mock. That's it. So I was very accustomed with the system that is present in the law examination. First of all, I would not say that examination is very hard in terms of, I would not compare it with the CLAT examinations and all those examinations for sure. But the part is, it is very competitive. And to pursue in that competition, I would say that mock test plays an important role. And sir, initially I was scoring below 100. So 98, 99, somewhere I was there. And the highest score I made was 125, 130. And sir, definitely I would say that I have prepared my legal aptitude also majorly with the help of mock test. So what I used to do, if I appeared in the mock test, I will get the analysis of it. I will find out all the wrong questions. I will write it down in one book. Then there are 4 options which are present there. Let us consider there was a legal maxim which was asked, and option A is correct. And there are 3 options which are wrong. then sir, I will definitely go through all those three options as well, and I will find their meaning so that in the next examination, wherever it is asked, I will get the answer right. So that's how I approached mock test, sir. And for every section, it is for English, GK, reasoning, and legal aptitude. I went about it like this, and it really worked for me, sir, I would say.
Okay, okay, great. So do you think, have you done any kind of mistakes while you were writing the mock test? Then you have improved later on after writing a couple of mock tests?
Sir, I would say initially the mistake was not appearing in the mock test, because we generally tend to feel that we will complete our.
That's a big mistake.
Yes, sir. So we generally used to think that we will complete our portion and then we will appear in the mock test. Then let's see our score will be good or not. But sir, this examination is as such. If you go through the GK portion, there is no ending to it, sir. You will go on doing things and you will fall nowhere. And then you will think that I will start my mock test now. It's really not workable. So yes, sir, I definitely started my mock test a bit late because of my other examination. But when I started, sir, the initial mistake I found was the legal aptitude part. Definitely this examination has no negative marking. That is the highest, best thing that anybody could appear. But initially I was still having those thoughts that whether it is correct or not, whether I should appear or not, and has to keep it for the back. If you see in the reasoning section is sometimes very time taking. So other than that, you could not do any major guesswork or intelligent guessing, which you think that after some time I will do. So I genuinely feel that in reasoning part, you have to majorly focus for time management, because वहाँ पे जो puzzles आएंगे, you will get puzzled, because it is very huge question and 5-6 question aligned. So if that does not fall in place, you're gone. So I was really initially I was just stuck in puzzles. 5-6 question. I thought 5-6 question are there, so I should give some time, but it used to take a lot of time, and that was a mistake. Afterwards, I started looking for it afterwards, and intelligent guessing is must, sir. And initially, I was just bragging around like if 30 questions are remaining, so B डाल के मैं खत्म कर देता था उसको. But I genuinely feel it's not so great idea. If you obviously there is no negative marking. I would say there is probability of 1/4 definitely to get the answer correct. But still, I feel that you should go for intelligent guessing. Somewhere around the corner. So I will give an example. This year question was there that Barack Obama India में Republic Day parade के लिए कब आए थे? Now sir, options were like 2013, 14, 15, 16. Now the question arises sir कि मैंने बस थोड़ा intelligent guessing यही लगाया कि definitely at the time of Manmohan Singh सरकार he wasn't here. मोदी सरकार के time पे he was here. Then I felt कि definitely he will not come here for his last term, because अगर वो आने वाले थे तो इसके बाद Trump shifted here. So sir, that's how I created some logic and appeared for this that particular question, and it worked, sir. So somehow you have some knowledge, sir.
Yes.
In GK also you have some knowledge out there.
Correct.
You have to work intelligently out there by keeping your mind calm.
Correct. Great.
Yes, sir. That's how I went.
Fine. So lots of things we have discussed. Last question. What tips or the session you want to give to upcoming year aspirant, those who are targeting for 2023, 24, 25, so on?
Sir, I would say 1 year down the line is a big time. Work on your English definitely, because in law field, it's all about this language. You're going to read thousands and thousands of pages. To interpret them in that particular language is something a big task to fall on. So improve on your English by hook or by crook. Definitely this examination is also demanding that. Read a lot of books and enjoy the process, sir. I definitely feel that even recently Supreme Court has opened its live all those hearings and all. I feel if you are a law student, law aspirant, a serious law aspirant, you should definitely go and watch those judgments. Not because you're getting some idea or some knowledge, just for the sake of interest, sir. Because it's all about what you're going to see in your life. So take interest in it and enjoy the process. That's what I definitely say. And yes, sir.
Okay, I must say you have very good energy, high energy. You can see you are very energetic, and that's the thing. Always be charged. This is what I also do, and that shows 50% of 50% things done, and you should be confident when you start anything, when you do anything. So that's a good thing. I hope this podcast will give the lots of energy to all the aspirants, those who are watching this podcast, and obviously start your preparation early. Do practice the question, do analyze the test series, write the mock test, and be confident. This is what I would say in this podcast.
Definitely, sir. I completely agree with you, sir. And sir, I would say that I'm really grateful for the platform like Manu, who is taking these kind of podcast or any other place, sir, because I genuinely feel this examination is considered to be not at the prime phase of people. They consider some other examinations out there, but institutions like Government Law College and ILS, which are considered to be a prime institutions, sir. And I would recommend all that even though you're preparing for any other law examination, you should appear for this. If you're getting the Government Law College, it's the best thing that you could ever see.
So first of all, thank you for coming and sharing your experience. And once again, congratulations for your score and all the best for your career.